30 years ago, the vision of standing up for abused and neglected children has since resulted in giving a voice to nearly 4,000 children. Here now is Director of Development with Champaign County CASA, Laura Brown. Laura, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so this is a big month for CASA. Tell us a little bit about what's happening in April.
So April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and that's probably one of the things that most people are most familiar with when it comes to visibility of CASA. We have our Blue Pinwheel campaign, which oftentimes I think people see in the community, but maybe don't really know the meaning of it. So that's significant for us. It's also the kickoff of what we're kind of calling our 30th year. We're honoring our 30th year of CASA here in Champaign County, and so that's a significant milestone for us as well.
Let's talk about why CASA got started 30 years ago.
Sure. So children who have experienced abuse and neglect have often open court cases where judges are required to make difficult decisions about their futures. And it was brought to the attention of judges, I think at that time, who were realizing they were missing information, critical pieces of information that would be helpful if they knew more about the children and what situations they were in, and what the details of those situations were. So Judge Jack DeLamar actually got together with a few people and started CASA, which is a national organization. It was a movement that was just not very old at that time, but by bringing it here to Champaign County, it allowed us to organize volunteers and to put a small professional staff together to look out for the children specifically, to understand what their needs are, to understand more about what their best interest may be, and to be able to give a voice to that to the court so that judges can consider that information, consider the reports that we make, and then make informed and good decisions in the best interest of the kids.
Let's talk numbers. Right now, how would you say things are looking specifically here to Champaign County when it comes to kids?
Yeah, so right now we have about 350 children in the court system in Champaign County due to abuse and neglect. And Champaign County CASA serves every one of those children. We are actually appointed by the court to be the guardian ad litem, so we provide legal representation for those kids. And that's a lot of kids.
Yeah, I mean, that's an alarming number, and we're seeing more numbers there on the screen. How can the community get involved? Is there a need for people in the community to help out?
Yes, absolutely. We rely heavily on volunteers. They allow us to multiply our work. We actually go out and visit all of the children, and the more volunteers we have, the more efficient that process is. We can lay eyes on each of the kids in their situations, in their environments, gather information about how they're doing, what their needs are, and the volunteers are really the ones that help us get that done. We have 6 staff that are professional coordinators. We call them advocate coordinators, as well as others that support those staff in our office, but we have more than 100 volunteers, and so you can imagine those volunteers really help us get the work done. So we are always looking for volunteers, and we recruit and train volunteers multiple times a year. It's not something you have to be pre-qualified to do, so we welcome people who are interested in making a difference in the lives of kids, and who you have to be 21 or older. The requirements are fairly minimal, but we do come alongside and we support our volunteers to make sure that they are helping us get the work done on the best interest of the kids.
Well, it's absolutely heartbreaking that we even have to have a month designated to remembering and learning about child abuse and neglect and preventing it.
Right.
But we are thankful for the work that CASA does here for the past 30 years to help make a difference in those child's lives who really need it.
Yes.
Well, who need a voice.
Yes, absolutely.
So if people want to learn more about CASA and the work that they've been doing for 30 years and will continue to do, we will connect you at ciLiving.tv and try to think of those kids when you see the blue pinwheels out and about here this month in April.